Welcome back to the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM. We're wrapping up our South Australian netball coverage with the KNT Netball Association. Sally Bywater is on standby to tell us everything we need to know. How's it going, Sally?
Very good, thank you. It's great to be back for our last home and away games.
Yes, we are somehow into the last round of the season tomorrow. It's flown by, hasn't it?
It really has. We obviously start back in April and here we are in August already. It just feels like yesterday.
It certainly does. It's been a fantastic season so far, and I'm sure there are still a couple of twists and turns left over the final round and into the finals of the season. So let's get into last weekend's games, and we'll start with the game that was the closest by a pretty significant margin. That was Keith and Naracoorte. Keith winning it by just 6 goals. So an interesting result there. Naracoorte very, very close, but they really needed to win it. Coming close might not be good enough for them to lock in a final spot. They might still make it, but they really would have loved to have won that one.
Absolutely, you're right on, spot on there. Yeah, obviously won by 6 goals, Keith, here in a fantastic game, very high intensity game, and very close. It was only 2 goals in it at half time, so Naracoorte really were in it, but then just had a bit of a lull in that third quarter, going down by 4. Before having Nathan last quarter, but like you've said, they probably did need to win this game to really cement their spot in the 5. So they really want to come out this week and redeem themselves.
Well, the good news for Naracoorte is they're still in the 5 because Lucindale weren't able to cause the upset against Mundulla, and the Tigers continue to look... I don't even think unstoppable is the right word for it anymore. They absolutely belted Lucindale in Lucindale, 55-26, and even some of the top teams in the comp aren't getting close to Mundulla at the moment. They're in great form heading into finals.
That's where you want to be on the top of the ladder, undefeated, having a big win here against Lucindale, who are 6 on the ladder at the moment, but a fantastic team effort by Mundulla. They had some young guns out there as well in this game, which was fantastic to see, and Lucindale not quite at full strength, which you probably hinted them a little bit, but great win here by Mundulla, who we speak very highly of every week.
We certainly do, and haven't lost a game all year. They're going along just comfortably this season, and Lucindale go down, Naracoorte go down, Border Districts were on the bye, so that logjam in the middle of the table is staying very, very close. We'll take a look at that in just a moment, but 2 more games from the weekend. Penola comfortably getting the road win against Bordertown, and a nice round scoreline, 50-20.
Can't answer more than that. Absolutely fantastic. A fantastic game here by Penola, dominant all over the court and with their goalies shooting accurately all game, and Bordertown's defence really had to work hard, but not getting the goals on the board themselves, which showed in this. And when you have a 14-2 second quarter, it really just shows where Bordertown's at this season, which is unfortunate for them, but a great win for Penola, cementing their top 3 positions.
And lucky last, but certainly not least, Kybe Bolite beating Kingston in Kingston 66-45, which I think mathematically might just keep the door ajar for them to play finals, but I think we've pretty much put a line through Kybe.
Yeah, we have, I think, and I think a fantastic game for them this last week to win by nearly 20 goals, which they'd be really happy with, but you're obviously not going to probably show in finals. And a fantastic game by Kybe, dominant all over the court. It was great to see Kingston quite high scoring, but not quite there on this day. All
right, well, let's have a look at the ladder as we go into the final round. Like we said, Mundulla undefeated on top. Keith second at 12 wins, 2 losses and a draw. Penola next at 10-4. And then it gets interesting. We've got Border Districts at 7-6 with a draw. Naracoorte 7-7. Lucindale 7-8. And then Kybe Bolite at 6-8, but with a percentage far less than those other 3 teams. I don't think that really puts them in the frame to make finals. They're playing Bordertown this week, so if they can get a big win, they might just be able to rise up if all the other results go their way. But, of course, it's also complicated by the match ratio coming into effect with Padthaway dropping out midway through the year.
It definitely is, and that's exactly right. They obviously are keeping that little bit of jar for them, but with a very low percentage compared to Naracoorte and especially Lucindale. The door is a little bit shut. So, but a fantastic win, and you want to finish these games on a high, which they're finishing this season very well.
Well, now that I'm looking a bit closer at the schedule, I think the door is actually slammed shut for Kybe Bolite because Naracoorte and Lucindale play each other this week in what is essentially an elimination final. I think it works out just as simply as the winner of this one gets that last spot in finals.
Absolutely, you're correct on that one. Yep. So obviously Naracoorte in 5th and Lucindale in 6th are playing for their season this week. So here will be our match-up of the round in this game, and I can't wait to see the result on this one.
And apologies to any Kybe Bolite diehards out there that I maybe just got their hopes up for. That's the way the schedule has fallen, so that will be season over for Kybe. But their last game of the year is coming at home against Bordertown, so they'll finish things off most likely with a win and in front of a big home crowd and no doubt a big celebration at the club afterwards. I
think so, yeah. They should have a good win this week against Bordertown. Let's hope it's a good game to finish off on for Bordertown, but Kybe should have a win at home and it'll be a great season ending for them.
Well, premierships and playing finals are great, but let's face it, a town the size of Kybe Bolite, just getting through a season is always a success. With the amount of clubs that we see forced into amalgamations and that sort of thing, it's just great to get through a season, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. Obviously, we do have quite a few small towns around this area. So, yeah, to get all this, and they've got a full nearly contingent of games each week. So it's really good. They're doing quite well in their juniors, which is fantastic to see. But, yeah, to get 4 senior sides on the court each week is a fantastic achievement for such a small town.
Alrighty, we've got Mundulla hosting Kingston for their last regular season game, and you would think that will almost certainly lock in their undefeated season unless something pretty drastic happens. Maybe they'll rest all their A graders and play their B graders up, but they're just going along far too well, I think, to tip against them in this one.
Absolutely. I think they'll have a nice win here and finish top of the ladder. They'll have their week off next week so they can rest all their bodies then, but last time they did play, they had a big win, 71-44, so I think we probably might see a similar scoreline, but I really hope Kingston are competitive and finish off their season well as well.
The early elimination final between Naracoorte and Lucindale, certainly the match of the round, but this one's going to be a cracker as well. Penola hosting Border Districts, so I'm not sure if it could work out potentially that Border Districts can drop down behind both Naracoorte and Lucindale, possibly if they draw or something like that. There might be a pathway for that to happen, but I think Border Districts, we can pretty much lock them into finals. So they're sitting 3rd and 4th at the moment, Penola and Border Districts. Border Districts can't rise above Penola, but they could meet at some point in the finals. So this should be an interesting chess match, you would think. Might not want to give away too many secrets ahead of a possible meeting in finals.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, obviously Penola can't lose their 3rd spot, and pretty well with Border Districts having an extra draw in that round a few weeks ago, so that's really helped them to cement their 4th spot. So a fantastic game in this one, 3rd playing 4th. When they played earlier in the year, Penola got the win by 6, so probably, again, that might be the case. They are at home for their last home game in our league, so that's going to be great for them, and they want to finish off highly.
Absolutely, they will want to finish off on a strong note. That is the final round of action for the KNT Netball Association. Finals starting next week. Looking forward to that, but looking forward to this weekend's slate of games first. Thank you very much, Sally. We'll check in again next Friday.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.